green screen. Yes, I'm a geek. And what? I'm a proud geek. Matter of fact, I'm every type of woman. I'm the best of both worlds. Well, in more than two. I'm the best of all the worlds. Uh, I'm here because I feel drawn to be here. Do I personally want to be here? No. But there are forces greater than myself at work. And where my God leads, I follow. Maxine. Too soy. May I get a reading, she says. What say you, my lord? Let me get my box. Hold on. My arsenal. Can you see it? Can't see it. I didn't know I had a green screen. Hello, Maxine. I feel like you could get a reading. What would you like to know? His feelings are positive. Okay. So whoever J is, let's find out. Maxine. So Most High God, block anybody trying to interfere with this reading as you reveal to us the answers that Maxine is looking for. It is my pleasure. I don't know who you are, Maxine. Usually, they do not have my channel open to the wider public, so I'm questioning who you really are. But today, I don't care. Okay? Friend or foe, it doesn't matter. Alright? I'm following my spirit today. So, Most High, Maxine wants to know, how does Jay actually feel about, I'm guessing it's a her right now, whoever Jay is. Let's see. When we step up in our life, you know we step correct. Whoop-ha! I got your wall in check. My channels are shut to the wider public in some capacity, Maxine, so forgive me if I'm suspicious of who you are. Jay is a boy and I am a girl. Okay. You could be my enemy, Maxine. Are you my enemy, Maxine? The impeach card wanted to show itself. What does impeach mean? To impeach someone is to forcibly remove them from their position. Yeah, and the line we got dime at the bottom of the deck. Dime a dozen. Are you a respectable woman, Maxine? Are you one in a million? Or do girls like you come dime a dozen? Impeach the dime. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm keeping it real, okay? Only the truth will set us free. So are you the type of woman who comes a dime a dozen? Or are you one of a kind? So God led me to my banking deck. We have a different name. Are these all clues as to who you are and what's really going on, Maxine? I don't really know. Well, let's see. How does Jay actually feel about Maxine, Most High? So we got withdrawal, Maxine. First we had impeach. And now we have withdrawal. Maxine is not looking good. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. We got a bank groundsman. So is Jay like your... Are you a gold digger? Are you with Jay for the money? We're gonna put this back. But I wasn't finished shuffling, but the cards that keep coming out so far, they're not looking good. And God guided me to the banking deck. Secret Society, Maxine. At the bottom of the deck, we got credit fraud, Maxine. Maxine, what are you actually doing to Jay? Are you treating Jay correctly or are you playing with Jay? Eh? That's the question. It's not looking good. All the cards that keep flipping over, it's not painting a good picture. Okay, now we're ready. So at the bottom of the deck, impeach. To forcibly remove someone from their position, Maxine. That's the subject matter. So that's what's happening. Whatever you did to Jay, I don't think he liked it. So, the underlying issue, we got an offshore bank. So did you take Jay's money and send it overseas? Okay, so let's check this card before we continue. Okay, that belongs like that. Okay, so a whole bunch of cards came out. So let's see. So we got embezzlement, an inside job. I want to take off this green screen thing. It's annoying me. Can I take it off? I don't know how. Okay, there we go. So, a lot of cards came out. Embezzlement, money spent, stolen documents, Maxine, family, impersonation, bought, and backyard. Let's see what else came out. The dime card came out. And then we have money loss in the reverse. So, money was stolen, documents were stolen, people were impersonating other people. So, an impersonation is someone pretending to be someone else. And it was bought. So if you were pretending to be someone that you were not, they actually believed it. Jay believed it. And then we have backyard. So what does that mean? I have to clarify the backyard card. But the money loss is in the reverse. The underlying issue, offshore bank, front yard. So let's clarify this backyard card, because that's the only thing. So it's like you were pretending to be someone that your crimes against Jay, apparently, they're huge crimes. You stole the man's money, you spent it, you stole documents, you messed with the family, you were impersonating someone, and it was believed. No money was involved in our connection. He'd buy me food every now and then, but I never asked him to. So, you're trying to tell me that what's being revealed here is fuckery. That's what you're trying to tell me. So you're trying to convince other people that are watching that I don't know what I'm talking about. Do respond. Are you trying to convince people that I don't know what I'm talking about, Maxine? First of all, why would I be sent to this deck? Why would the impeach and the dime card be flipping out before, and the withdrawal card? The man wants to run away from you, so you can try to convince yourself and other people that what I'm talking is nonsense. If you didn't want the truth to be revealed of what you're actually doing, you shouldn't come to me. You should know who I am by now. You should know my accuracy. Because I haven't been on here for a while, it doesn't mean that I've lost my gift. If you have things to hide, you should leave me alone. Now you don't want to respond and say anything, Maxine? Do respond. You stole the man's money. You were impersonating somebody else. It could be somebody from the family that you were impersonating, probably going and signing, forging signatures and all these things. And it was believed. I think I'm the one who doesn't understand. I don't know he's withdrawing from me, but I do know for a fact money was not involved. He's overseas. Offshore bank, front yard. So now that you said what you had to say, I'm going to ignore what you just said and continue to read. Since you opened the door, let's walk through. Backyard, please, Most High. Clarify backyard for us. If you got things that you want to hide from the public, you should stay away from me. There's a reason why God sent me to the money deck to explain what's happening between you and Jay. You got a lot more than you bargained for. You thought that God was just gonna come on here and say, "Oh, he's upset with you now." God had a lot more to say. So you can lie to us and tell us that money wasn't involved, but you can't lie to yourself. And I hope that Jay is watching, because you can't lie to Jay either. Backyard, please. Don't be ashamed of who you are. A lot of people are stealing other people's fortunes. It's the trend, okay? I'm sure a whole bunch of people watching this right now, they're stealing money from somebody else. Don't feel bad, okay? Unfortunately, a lot of people are misguided, and instead of using their own talents and skills to accumulate their wealth, they just go and take somebody else's because it's easier, it's quicker, and they feel like they can get away with it. So that's what people do, because they think nobody's gonna find out. But it's weird how the money loss is in the reverse, though. That's interesting. So we're gonna look into that as well. So it's like maybe you thought you took his money, but he's got some other monies that you know nothing about. And is he truly overseas? Maybe he just went overseas for a holiday. Maybe he went overseas for work. You're trying to create an impression that what I'm saying here is not connected, but my God doesn't lie. Okay? So many readings I've come on here and done, and they're all accurate. All of a sudden, yours isn't. Backyard, please. The truth shall set you free. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we got boring. Yeah, you're boring me. You're boring everybody else too, because it's like, you know, this shit is true. So backyard. You don't really love him, you just want his money. So backyard, clarified by caution. Okay. So yeah, so whatever you did with all these stolen documents, impersonating someone else and embezzling money, God is saying you need to be careful. Okay? So we got caution, then we got this blank card, and then we have loner. So obviously he's gonna want to leave. You deserve to get dumped, no? You're not bored because you got access to his money. So you can fund the lifestyle that you want to live. So the underlying issue here, we got stalker and respectable. So somebody's watching. Respectable thief. So there's the impersonation. Somebody's watching this respectable thief, which would be you. You see how the cards are staying with the story being told? Even though you're trying to convince everybody that there's no money involved, we know that's a lie. You're stealing from him. And you're pretending to be a respectable, upstanding person. But there's somebody watching you. So that's the impersonation. We got warmonger and amiable. So you see, that's another contradiction. How can you be a warmonger and still be liked? It's because you're impersonating. You're pretending to be someone that you're not, but someone sees you. I don't have access to his money. So you insist on lying. Deny, deny, deny. We got reserved and closed-minded. And then we have miserable. So you're making him unhappy and he's just not saying anything about it. Okay? So you think that he don't know, but he know that you're stealing his money. And he knows that you're pretending to be someone that you're not. He sees you for exactly who you are. You are being watched. As you pretend to be respectable, but all you are is just a thief. So we got hater, procrastinator. Taking his sweet time. Attractive computer hacker. So he's just watching you and how you do what you do. Exalted, clever. He's impressed. He's impressed with how you're doing what you're doing. We got competing, cursed, embarrassing. So he's not impressed by you competing. We got tired. So whoever you're competing with, that's a turn off for him. But he's impressed with your ability to steal. Okay? So, you know what? Just because you have been trying to convince us that we are lying about you and your theft of his money, I am not going to clarify the money loss card in the reverse. I'm gonna leave you to try and figure that out yourself because you stole his money, yet money loss is in the reverse. How come? What does it actually mean? So I'm gonna leave you to ponder that since you didn't want to be honest with me. Mar what's your name? Why am I calling you Maria? Is your real name Maria? Hallelujah. Alrighty. Diamond Heart says hello. Hello, Diamond Heart. I would understand if I made him unhappy, but it would be about something else, not money. This reading really doesn't resonate with me, Maxine says. She says, I'm sorry. No problem, my dear. You can keep on trying to convince everybody who would be willing to believe you of that because the story was coming out very consistent. And I was focusing on you and Jay's situation. So if this story was not resonating with you, then how come the message just kept connecting, even with a different deck? See, you're insulting our intelligence, and that is not very nice. Because you're trying to make yourself look like a saint. Do you know what I could use these cards to do? For trying to insult my character and my abilities. Do you know what I could use these cards to reveal about you? You came in here, you asked me for a reading. God gave you a lot more than you asked for, and instead of being grateful and just being quiet, you choose to try and throw me under the bus like I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't have no skills. The reading doesn't resonate with you, you say. But yet still, I use two decks, and the two decks are corresponding. The story is consistent. You're a thief. You stole his money. And I don't appreciate you coming on here and trying to make us look like liars. I don't appreciate you coming on here asking for a free reading and using the opportunity to try and discredit us. That's rude. That's ungrateful. That's a crime. That's defamation of my character. And I did it for you for free. And that's the thanks I get. You're a thief, Maxine. You cleverly stole the man's money, and the man is watching you as you steal his money. He's quite amazed at your skills. But whoever you're competing with, let's find out who you're competing with. Let's get more information about this competition that you're in. That turns him off. So what do you want to tell us about this competition that Maxine is involved in that's turning off Jay? And Maxine, right now, you're making it bad for every other one of my haters who be on here talking to me, pretending to be friends and pretending to be regular people when I know you're just secret agents that I would otherwise actually do a reading for. You're making it bad for them, because if this is how you're going to choose to handle me, by trying to defame me, then I'm not going to be encouraged to do any readings for anybody else. You're making it bad for everybody else. And people need answers. Answers that I have access to. You may not openly show your appreciation for the information that I revealed to you just now, but I know you appreciate it. Because to be forewarned is to be forearmed. Knowledge is power. And I'm giving it to you for free. And here you are trying to ruin my reputation about the reading isn't resonating with you. Because just because you're my enemies, it doesn't mean that I wouldn't be willing to help you. My profession comes first. I'm an oracle. I am a messenger. I don't get to pick and choose who I deliver messages to. You're all God's people, whether you recognize or love God or not. God still cares about y'all. And that's why God is God. And me, as a representative of the Most High God, I do not have a choice as to who I bless with my gifts. So whether or not I want to bless you is out of the question. I do as I'm told. So I'd be quite willing to do readings for the other of you secret agents whose daily mission it is to ruin me in one way or the other. That's what you get paid to do. And I'm aware of that. I get paid to do God's work. And that's why you people don't understand how come I'm not making no actual cash. Yet I'm absolutely fine. My life is absolutely fine. Money isn't everything. And when you work for the Most High God, there is no better boss. My job comes with a lot of perks. Shit that you won't understand. And that's why I stay on this side. Because there's nothing that nobody on earth can do for me that's better than what God can do for me. No secret society. I don't give a fuck what size of secret society you're a part of. I don't care who is a part of it. You're all nothing. You're all powerless in comparison to the God in me. As you can see. Whatever the fuck other comment you wrote down there, I'm not even gonna waste my time reading it. Maxine. At the bottom of the deck, we got respectful. That's the subject matter. So let's see this competition that you're in that Jay is not impressed by. Let's check this card. Okay, so we got appreciated in the reverse. You see? We got silence. And then we have cultured. So you're just a hater. So I take it that Jay has been looking after you. You've been getting well taken care of, and it's not enough for you, Maxine. You were being well taken care of, and it was not enough for you, Maxine or Maria. Because the word Maria almost came out my mouth. So your real name must be Maria. You were unappreciative. You're ungrateful. Just like you are to me. So I guess that's just a part of your character. You're just an ungrateful twat. And then we have silence. So you don't even say thank you. You don't acknowledge the good that people do for you. And that shit has been cultured. So you've been groomed that way. Whoever raised you, that's how they raised you. To be a bitch. They raised you to be a bitch. An ungrateful bitch. It's not a good look, Maxine. A.k.a. Maria. People don't appreciate that. I'd imagine you're not a very giving person, because if you are a giving person and you give to someone who refuses to acknowledge you and say thank you to you, show their appreciation to you, you would understand the story from the other person's perspective. But I'd imagine you're not a very giving person. So you must be a greedy, ungrateful bitch. If you were a giving person, you would have learned this lesson long time ago. So that means you were being taken care of by Jay. And it wasn't enough for you. You wanted more. So you stole it. You disrespected him, you disrespected his family, and it looked like they welcomed you in. They welcomed you into their family, and this is the thanks that they get. That's because they welcomed in an ungrateful, disrespectful, greedy bitch who was pretending to be someone who is respectful. So that means you're a great pretender. You're a great actress. You should use those skills to make you some money. So you don't have to steal other people's. You're obviously good at pretending to be who you're not. Maria. Or Maxine, whatever the fuck your name actually is. So the underlying issue we have here is you're unconfident. That's what you actually are. You have no confidence in yourself. Somebody could be loving you to your face and you would never believe that you're being loved. Because you don't love yourself. You have not been taught to love yourself. Maria. A.k.a. Maxine. You haven't been taught to love yourself. So you feel like shit. Unconfident winner. So even though you're getting what you want, you have no confidence in it. We said that already. That's who you are. You're getting everything, and there's not an ounce of gratitude in you. You do not have a heart of gratitude. That's a big problem. Because I feel like this J person loved you and their family. They accepted you. But you've been cultured to be self-sabotaging by being a cold, greedy, ungrateful bitch. I could have been saying this to you in a different way, but because you tried to discredit our abilities, I'm gonna give this shit to you raw. This is my compensation, Maria. Promiscuous, rational, fearful. So you're afraid of rational thinking. You're very afraid because promiscuity is an abundance of. If it's sex, it's abundance of sex partners. But right now we're talking from a psychological context. So promiscuous followed by rational and fearful, it means that you're afraid of being rational. You're afraid of being fear. So you're so wrapped up in them horrible teachings. Whoever cultured you, whoever raised you, you're so wrapped up in it that you are afraid to be rational. You're afraid to be logical. You're afraid to be fair. You think that you're not gonna win if you're being fair in life. Let me tell you something, Maria, a.k.a. Maxine. It's okay to think like that, but the truth of the matter is, you need to know who to use that type of energy on. Not everybody in this world is out to get you. There are nice people in this world, and you found one. You found a man who actually cared for you. But you were operating on a mindset of, I'm gonna get him before he get me. He had no intentions to get you. They had already accepted you into their family. So you sabotaged yourself. You have been groomed to sabotage yourself by not having a spirit of thanks. You see how manners can open doors? All you had to do was show gratitude, reciprocate the love, and that's how you know who you should use these evil skills on. You see, when somebody's treating you good, treat them good. That's how you win. If somebody's treat them bad, then you could go all out because you're a professional fuck-upper. Go all out and fuck them up. But you see, when you use your abilities to fuck someone up on somebody who was actually loving you, you lose. Jay was actually loving you, Maria. Him and his family, they accepted you. Intoxicated, dissatisfied with your friend. You see that? Your judgment is clouded, intoxicated, and that's why you were dissatisfied with what your friend was doing for you. You need to heal. You need to go over the things you've been taught growing up, and you're going to have to undo the nonsense that you've been taught and replace it with the right teachings. Because if you keep going through life like this, you're going to end up lonely with a whole lot of enemies out to get you. Enemies and their people. Because this money, look, dishonorable. You behave dishonorably. Because this money that you stole from Jay, what was he meant to use it for? If you steal money from the wrong person, it will not be a peaceful experience. Yeah, we got dishonorable, distracted, selective communication, forbidden, nonsense. Your nonsense is forbidden. Intelligence, wise. That'll bring you the happiness that you seek. It will bring you the confidence. You need to be confident. We got going from wild to being focused. Bring the maturity. So, when you go from being wild to focused, that's you expressing your maturity. That will bring in more happiness for you in your relationship with Jay, if Jay chooses to accept you or keep you in his life, him and his family. Because you not only stole from Jay, you stole from his family, you stole from his children, you stole from his parents, you stole from his cousins, you stole from whoever he could have used this money to assist. You stole from yourself, because I'm imagining if you needed something, Jay would have provided what you need. And you chose not to. So it's like trading in long-term benefits for a quick heist. You were not only being taken care of financially, you were loved. And you traded all that in for a quick heist. Some quick cash. How unfortunate. How misguided. So, I guess that's why I was supposed to be coming on here. So, thank you guys for being here with me, and I am going to get off of the people them internet now and go back to live my life. Okay? So, take care of yourselves. Until next time, my loves. Bye-bye.